All right, let's get right into it. We are going to break down the absolutely incredible story of Maria Wendt, who managed to turn just $63 into a massive digital product empire. And what we've done is distill her entire journey into a powerful step-by-step blueprint that you can actually understand. So, check this out. In her very first year of business, Maria made a grand total of $63. Today, she's averaging close to $800,000 a month. Yeah, you heard that right. That contrast, that insane jump, is exactly why her story is so compelling and really worth listening to.
So the big question is, how on earth does that happen? And I can tell you, it wasn't some kind of lottery win or overnight fluke. It was a very specific series of personal crises and business aha moments that literally forged a clear, repeatable path. And that's the path we're going to map out for you right now.
To really get how she got to where she is, you have to understand the journey. And it's so important to know that the beginning was, well, it was anything but glamorous. In fact, it was painfully slow. Just look at this timeline. Year 1, $63. Her second full year, she made $350. So after 2 whole years of work, she hadn't even cleared $400. This wasn't a rocket ship to success. It was a slow, tough grind that would have made 99% of people just give up.
So, what kept her in the game? Well, this is where the story gets really, really interesting. Turns out, her whole business philosophy was basically forged in these moments of intense personal crisis, times that forced her to find a reason to keep going that was way stronger than just making money.
Can you imagine this? You pour weeks of your life into designing a $4,000 website for a client. You deliver everything they wanted. And then, the day after it goes live, they file a chargeback with their credit card company, get all their money back, and just keep the website. This really happened to Maria, and it almost broke her. She was ready to quit for good. So in that moment, feeling totally defeated, she runs to her sister, ready to throw in the towel. But her sister just cuts right through all the drama with this one simple line. She knew Maria was a fighter. And honestly, those simple words were exactly what she needed to hear to stay in the game.
But the biggest test was still on its way. Just a few years ago, with a brand new 4-month-old baby at home, her marriage suddenly fell apart. She said it was like her entire world just turned completely upside down. And it was that devastating moment that actually became the ultimate catalyst for her biggest business pivot ever.
Now, this is such a critical point. Her motivation did a complete 180. See, she was already running a successful 7-figure business, but it was the kind that required constant client work and Zoom calls. With her daughter in daycare, she had this huge realization. Her deepest desire wasn't for more money, it was for more time. She just wanted to be a present, stay-at-home mom. So she made an absolutely radical decision. She tore down that whole business to build something new from scratch.
And that huge pivot led her to what might be the single most important revelation for any entrepreneur out there, especially if you're struggling to get sales. It's an idea she calls the traffic problem.
Okay, so here's the core idea. The traffic problem is this mistaken belief we all have that when we're not making sales, our product must be bad. But in reality, for almost every struggling business, the issue is way simpler. Not enough people, not enough eyeballs are even seeing the offer. You don't have an offer problem, you have a traffic problem.
I mean, understanding the problem is one thing, right? But solving it is what actually puts money in the bank. So how do you get that traffic? How do you get enough eyeballs on what you're selling to finally start making consistent sales?
And that brings us to the real meat of her strategy, a 180-day blueprint. It's a surprisingly simple 5-step framework that's designed specifically to solve that traffic problem and get you from zero to your first consistent sales.
And that number right there is key. 180 days, 6 months. This is not some get-rich-quick thing. It's a commitment. It's a focused period of doing the same thing over and over, and it's designed to literally, fundamentally change your reality.
Okay, so let's break down the actual framework. Step 1. You post a public service announcement, a PSA, on your existing personal Instagram. You tell people the specific problem you're going to start helping them solve. And please, don't start a new account. Step 2. For 180 days straight, you create one short video, one reel, every single day that solves a tiny, super specific problem for that audience. Step 3. After you've built all that trust for 6 months, then you launch a digital product that solves a slightly bigger, but still very specific problem. Step 4. You then pitch that product subtly in your daily content. No cheesy sales tactics. And step 5, you just rinse and repeat that cycle until you hit whatever your income goal is. That's it. That's the whole blueprint.
But actually doing this blueprint isn't just about watching the bank account grow. The real payoff, the thing you're actually aiming for, goes right back to her original motivation. It's about building a life of peace.
Maria says this over and over again. Getting through those 180 days of showing up every single day isn't about raw willpower. It's about having a reason, a why, that is so powerful, so important to you, that doing the work becomes non-negotiable. For her, it was being home with her daughter. The real question is, what's yours?
And think about this for a second. Even though she makes hundreds of thousands a month now, Maria is adamant that the most life-altering amount of money for most people is just an extra $2,000 a month. That's the amount that pays off nagging debt, that lets you stay home with your kids, that really truly changes your reality. And suddenly, that big goal feels a whole lot more achievable, doesn't it?
Ultimately, this whole blueprint is just a tool to get you something much bigger. It's about freedom. It's about designing a day-to-day life that is so fulfilling, so peaceful, that you just don't feel that constant need to escape from it on the weekends or on vacation anymore.
And this right here is the perfect final takeaway. Looking back on the divorce, the money struggles, all the hard work, Maria says the peaceful life she has now was worth every single thing she had to go through to get there. The journey was hard, for sure, but the destination was priceless.
So I'm going to leave you with this one question. Just forget about building an empire for a second. Think smaller. What do your friends and family already ask you for advice about? What's just one small, hyper-specific problem that you could start solving for other people starting today?